What's up gamers, DreamcastGuy here, reviewing today Mass Effect Andromeda. Normally, with any video I make, I try and start off positive, talking about the best and brightest parts of whatever project we're checking out. For just one time only, I want to break that rule and dive into the biggest issue in this game and the thing that'll probably annoy the most people interested in getting it. Mass Effect has always been a series built on amazing intergalactic storytelling. The heroes we play as are placed in impossible situations, and it's up to us to make the hard choices needed to get out alive. This style of narrative was incredibly well done in the original trilogy because of the talented voice actors and great animators who made our characters truly seem human. Unfortunately, this is no longer the case. Andromeda has some of the worst facial graphics of any game I've beaten this decade. In chaotic situations, I can see a teammate screaming for help, but their eyes never reflect a fear. While negotiating a peace treaty with a hostile race, their ruler doesn't even look unhappy as he explains his distrust of us. The worst thing I noticed was a man who'd just been told that he was about to see his son after nearly 2 years apart, and yet his face didn't move at all. I've seen people more excited to learn that pizza's on sale at Walmart than this guy is about holding his child again. Thankfully, there are some good aspects to this title that almost help you forget these broken features. Unlike the earlier entries in this franchise, Andromeda is set far, far from our home in the Milky Way Galaxy. We've been specially selected to be part of the ultimate exploration mission. Ships containing thousands of soldiers and scientists have been shot into deep space, and now, after 600 years of cryosleep, we're awakening in a very different section of the universe, and it's our job to build a new world for our species. The problem is that a lot can change in 6 centuries, and the planets that have been picked for colonization are all horribly destroyed. It turns out that the monsters behind this are a strange alien race that have also just arrived in the area called the Ket. No one quite knows why or how, but these beings can somehow consume entire solar systems and seem obsessed with wiping out any life they can touch. Stopping them from accomplishing this task is going to require some sharp shooting, smart thinking, and the bravery to throw our hero Ryder into dangerous territory. In our quest to construct a proper habitat for humanity, we travel across many different ecosystems that are all full of deadly enemies. From snowy areas that are a constant blizzard to beautiful jungle planets, it's important that you don't get lost enjoying the view or you'll be gone quick. Mass Effect Andromeda may call itself an RPG, but this sequel certainly seems to be much more action-focused than its predecessors. The most drastic change to this frequent fighting is the addition of a jetpack. We can now boost to dodge incoming bullets, leap onto higher terrain, or fly closer to an opponent for a brutal melee kill. You could say that choice is a really important weapon in Andromeda. Before we land in each place, we're given a chance to equip the guns we like and set our class. This game gives you a lot of paths to specialize your character, ranging from really magic focus like I did to more straightforward space marines for those who just like blasting all the bad guys. As we level up, we dig deeper into the talent trees to further customize how we fight, which actually works surprisingly well. I love that I could add points to a biotic attack, and instead of it just going stronger, it would give me more options on how I wanted to use it. Unlocking shorter cooldowns, wider spread damage, or just more uses before I had to reload made every skill feel like it was my own creation. This theme of complete customization applies to our overall mission too. For each planet we manage to save, we decide how it should be utilized. Picking between research, military, or civilian uses often alters how the public will see you and also changes a lot of the dialogue as to whether they view you as a savior or a heartless leader. This is by far the best part of Andromeda. There's a real weight and desperation to everything we do. If we fail, thousands upon thousands of people will lose their lives, but if we succeed, this will bring on a shining age for our species. While cruising around in the Mako, you can see the ruins of past civilizations that have tried to exist here, reminding us that this is an extremely hostile place. Talking to aliens who evolved in this star system conveys that this is possibly the end of a long struggle for them to survive. When driving our ship, we can scan planets for minerals, and we see so many scorched rocks that clearly used to hold life. There were even times walking through headquarters where I'd stumble upon a group threatening to riot because tensions had just gotten so fierce. It's these wonderful details that make me want to like the game more, but there's a slight sense that everything is a little unfinished. Quests are often sloppily designed, combat can be really dry once you've tried it for a few hours, and even the multiplayer is very basic. If you're wanting some online action, Andromeda includes a horde mode where you can team up with 3 other players to fight off waves of enemies. Doing well in matches earns you credits to let you buy loot boxes to gain new characters and weapons. For some reason, there's also some random greedy microtransactions slipped in here just to try and take more money from fans hungry for a fresh set of gear. As a whole, this game tries really hard to be as amazing as the rest of the series, but falls short. Okay, so we've heard some good and some bad, but let's head over to the ratings board and put a big number on it. I am giving Mass Effect Andromeda a 7 out of 10. There was a quote said by the developers before launch that went something like, "We're gonna work on this project until they show up and rip it out of our hands." Sadly, I think that that's exactly what happened. Hopefully with time, they patch a lot of these problems to make this into the stellar start of a new storyline we were all begging for. Thanks so much for watching, gamers. This has been DreamcastGuy with another review. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, share with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already. But do me the biggest favor of all and keep dreaming. You know, I hate to even say this, but I believe we may have our first contender for the most disappointing game of 2017. Well, so far at least. Thanks so much for watching. If you liked this video, maybe check out my last video. Please subscribe, and if you want, share this somewhere with your friends.